I know how important parental involvement is in a child's education. But the only person who knows the right time to come out to a parent is the child, him or herself. And while I came out to my parents, when I came out to my parents, it was at a time, place, and manner of my own choosing. I would not have wanted anyone else to make that decision for me. I made my choice based on the relationship I had with my mother and father. What this bill does is put educators in the middle of that family relationship, by establishing a blanket requirement that parental consent be obtained before changing a student's name, gender markers, or pronouns. Teachers could be put in the position of outing students to their families before that child is ready. And while most families are loving and want to support their children, not every child lives in a safe and supportive home. Years ago, when I was teaching high school, a member of the school personnel where I worked felt obligated to inform to a student's parents that they saw that student physically, a male student, physically affectionate with another boy. That staff member did not anticipate how violently the child's family would react. He was viciously beaten by his father, the student that is, and he had to later withdraw from the school and move to another part of the country. Now, that student's story is not unique. 40% of homeless youth are LGBTQI+, largely due to familial rejection. Transgender youth in particular face higher rates of childhood abuse than their peers and significantly higher rates of anxiety, depression, and suicidal ideation. For a student who feels safe to be themselves at school but not at home, violating the sanctity of their safety goes against the fundamental nature of who a teacher is. Teachers never aim to put students in harm's way, either intentionally or unintentionally. But this bill puts educators in an impossible position. They would be legally required in my home state to report, they would be legally required by the federal government to report on a child's gender identity, even if they knew that it would put the child at risk. My opposition to this bill does not come from a desire to divide students from their parents or encourage a conspiracy of secrecy. I believe that teachers should involve parents in a child's education, and I agree that involvement is often key to a student's success. But for many of us who have taught LGBTQIA+ children or have been LGBTQIA children plus ourselves, let me say it again, or have been LGBTQIA+ children ourselves, know the sad reality that not all children come from homes that accept their differences. Many of those kids come to school to seek a safe place, and educators should not be put in a position that would compromise a child's trust in them or disrespect the relationship between the child and the parents. I will always vigorously defend the rights of parents to raise their children and to be actively involved in their education. But I also will defend the rights of children to learn and grow in a healthy, safe environment. For that reason, I oppose this bill, and I urge my colleagues to do the same, and I yield back.
I thank the gentleman. I now recognize the